What's up, guys? Welcome to the stream. We'll get started here in a few minutes, probably about 45 seconds actually. All right, guys, let's get started. What's up, research? How you doing? I'm doing good. Doing good. All right, let me know if the music volume is good. I can always lower it. Alrighty. Had a bad New York session, but journal it, and we're gonna. Hey, that's all. That's all good. It's all good. You know, I had a red New York session as well. Did not go on tilt though, so that is completely fine. You know, stayed within my rules, stayed to my strategy, stayed inside my risk parameters. That's all you can do. All right, guys. So how's everyone doing? Today, let's see. Let's see what's going on here with Asia. Let me delete these levels first. Delete these real quick. You know, if we hit 35 people today on stream, I'll do a giveaway. I'll do an account giveaway, guys. Just putting that out there. What's up, Ryan? How's it going? How's it going, Ryan? I'm good. I'm good. How are you? All right, let's go to the 15-minute. That's our trade from last night. That was a pretty solid trade. Let me delete all this real quick. So, you know, we had a pretty bearish New York session, right? So last night, right, off of this long, what were like the whole night, right? What was our draw liquidity? It was this gap fill, right? So we, you know, took our profit there. Pretty solid trade, right? But then up here, we pretty much hit that gap fill and then just rip down off that, right? So hit that gap fill. All right, would have been nice to catch this right here, but I didn't, obviously. But yeah, hit that gap fill, right? Ripping down. Let's go to the daily, actually. So you can see that daily gap, tapped it, right? We had a pretty bearish close here on the daily chart. So, you know, we do have this daily gap right here. This daily gap is going to be very important right here. All right, so this is going to be a very important daily gap. What's up, Robert? What's up, Elios? So yeah, so this gap is very important. If we inverse this daily gap, I can definitely see us coming down into this daily gap again. So, you know, I mean, this week we've already ran so much this week, right? You know, we'll see. We'll see what happens, guys. We'll see what happens. But yeah, let's go back to the 4 hour. Actually, let's go back to the daily. So yeah, you know, if we wake up tomorrow and we're inversing this daily gap, okay, yeah, probably gonna look for lower. If we continue higher, probably gonna look to wick fill this. But let's drop back down to the 4 hour. So 4 hour, you know, ran up there, inverse this 4 hour gap, inverse this gap. Actually, yeah. No, we did not. So we do have this 4 hour gap right here. You know, going into this daily gap, you know, we could probably look for that CE. You can see price is kind of just tapping the outside of it. You know, if we do start inversing that gap, you know, next gap is right here. That's a 4 hour gap. But I feel like if we kind of run through this, we're probably looking for this low anyways, which is last Friday. Monday. So here, okay, so weekly lows right here. So this is actually, no, it's not. That's Monday low. Weekly low is, I'll just draw it right here. And we'll drop back down to the 4 hour. Yeah, so weekly low is right here. So weekly low. You want a reversal out of AM low. Okay, okay. Yeah, I mean, like, you know, like anything can happen around here. So, you know, if we do want to kind of continue down through this daily gap, then we'll look for this weekly low right here, right? But let's drop back down to the 1 hour. All right, what are we doing here? We're inside this gap. All right, so we have this gap right here. Let me change this song. I don't know what this song is. All right, there we go. All right, so we have this daily gap right here. Sorry, weekly gap. No, what am I 1 hour gap. We got a 1 hour gap right there. This is the daily gap right here. Sorry, I was still thinking about the music. Drop down to a 15-minute. What do we have? So you can see price is just holding this gap, right? The daily gap. I feel like I've said the word daily gap a million times, but price is holding this level. We got this 15-minute gap right here. All right, so we got some bullish SMT right here with ES as well. Robert says he would like price to move back up to the 4 hour inversion. 4 hour inversion. Okay, okay. Yeah. It's a possibility. It's definitely a possibility. We do have a 15-minute gap right here, guys. So, you know, if we get a strong buy sequence through that, you know, you could look for that inversion to take out this, you know, do we consider this low resistance liquidity? I do, right? Let's drop back down to the 5-minute. So pretty strong sell sequence right here. Pretty strong sell sequence. Yeah, you know, we'll see. Let's see what happens here. You can see this 5-minute gap right here rejected. So that would be a good area to take profit if you did happen to get long here. You'd probably be or at least like take half off. Probably, I mean, like the risk reward wouldn't be great, so maybe like take half off, try to let it run higher to like, you know, this high. But yeah, let's drop back down to the 1 minute, see what's going on here. So the 1 minute, got this a 1 minute gap right here. Still inside it right now. So I do like this right here, this kind of little move. All right, yeah, so price is just, you know, inside this 1 minute gap, right? As you can see, it got pretty messy, right? It got pretty messy right here, so for the past 7 minutes. You know, last night we had that awesome trade during Asia. Right here, right here. You know, this right here, like, just like look at this pattern. It's kind of like, it's like this, and this is holding, right? It would be nice if we kind of like took this out and then ripped to take that out, right? That would be kind of good. Let's check on this thing. See how this thing did. Wow, that actually did pretty good. Yo, yeah, this thing called the top. Did I catch the 5 minute too? Oops. Yeah, it did. Wow. Yeah, so look at this. So this is that indicator that I'm working on, the ICT indicator. Caught it. So it took, took out overnight high, right? Inversed right here. You can, probably put your stop really right there. You can run it wherever you want. Caught it on the 1 minute as well. 15 minute, 15 minute caught it too. Yeah, look at this. It caught that long too on that 15 minute. Nice. Still a lot of work to be done with that, but okay. All right, yeah. So price is going sideways. Will that be released? Yes, it will. It will be released. I am looking to add some more things to it though. Yo, does anyone know what this Venom model is? It's like ICT's newest model, Venom model. If you guys know what it is, can you guys explain it to me? Because I just saw something like on the name, I didn't watch it, but apparently his new model is called Venom. The Venom model. Similar to a raid, however, it's sharp and immediate move in the opposite direction after taking liquidity. All right, so it's okay. So it's liquidity sweep plus a strong buy sequence. Okay, nice, very nice, very nice. All right, so we held that. So what did we do? We went up there. We hit that 15-minute gap, that CE, and now we're ripping lower. I have a 1 minute gap right here. All right, so you guys bullish or bearish here? Like you can see, we got we're obviously kind of trending down, right? But this thing can just boom, just take that out. Because we are just sitting on top of this daily gap, right? I would want us to tap to this. I want us to tap this CE right here. Tapping the CE would kind of give me a lot more confidence. If we do inverse this 15-minute gap, where's the 5 minute? 5 minute gap. Yeah. I don't know. It's kind of tough. If we do inverse this 15-minute gap, that would be a nice sign, but I don't know. I kind of want. It's not great. It's not great right now. Yeah. See, that's what I want. I want it to come down into the CE right here. Because let's say we do inverse this gap, this thing could easily just continue this pattern that we're doing here, right? I want us to see boom, boom, and we get long there. Yeah. Because this just seems too early. Seems way too early. Yeah, sweep of That right there. This was my only halfway decent trade of the day right here. Was this guy right here. We inversed this 5 minute, ran up there, and once I saw that immediate spike, I was like, all right, I'm tapping out. Because I tried to get long somewhere. I don't remember what gap, but I tried to get long somewhere. I think it was a 5 minute. Yeah. I tried to get long off this 5 minute gap right here, and obviously that one got stopped. Then, because we took out overnight low somewhere in there, and then this was yesterday's low. Right here, we took out yesterday's low, and then that was the. I like that right there. One thing that I've really noticed is like these gaps that we inverse after we take out like a low. I like it when the gap takes out, when that candle takes out the, takes out the previous level. So like right here, see how we have this area? I like how this fair value gap is displacing through that. I like that a lot. But yeah. So like this is kind of doing it, but I want us to tap this CE. I don't think this is it. And like if this is it, like I'm fine with completely missing that, because I don't want to get in too early just for it to go back to where I want it to actually get it, like where I actually want to get in. So like if this thing just goes now, like I'll be completely fine with it just going. No FOMO. No FOMO. Yeah, I know. The 15 minutes really ugly. At least like right in there. If you kind of zoom out, it's like, okay, yeah. But, yeah. Yeah, so at 35 viewers, I'll do a giveaway. Sorry, what are you going for? What am I going for? You mean like on the chart? Like what do I want to happen? I want price to take out this low right here. Yeah, so I want price to take out this low right here, tap into this daily gap. So this is a date here. Let me go. So I want price to tap into this daily gap, take out that sell side, and then I want to look for a nice buy sequence up to get long. Price is inversing this 15-minute gap right here. But I don't know, like that might be, this seems a little bit too early for me. Cuz like this, like let's say I do get long right here, like there's a real possibility this thing could just do this, just continue, and then like that's where I want to get in, is down here. So like if this just goes without me, like I'm fine. But my entry model is right here. So usually I need a high time frame fair value gap and or a liquidity sweep, low time frame inversion, SMT is bonus, and then a market structure shift is bonus. Yeah, so you can see price, tapped into this 1 minute gap multiple times. Multiple times we hit that. Nice little buy sequence up here. These candles are kind of getting small. So if we do get like a few big bearish candles just wiping this whole thing out, that would be pretty bearish for lower. You know, into that CE down here, past that sell side. Right now, that's probably what I'll be looking for is down. Like, it's weird. Because, like, I am kind of, like, I do think we'll kind of bounce here and pull back a little bit. So I'm kind of bullish in that sense, but I want us to get down to the CE. So I wouldn't mind taking a short here if I see it. You know, before we get that nice move up, I think we got to take out sell side down here. Like, you know, we are inversing here. We got 8 minutes left on this 15-minute candle, so we do have time. We do have a lot of time, but yeah, I just realized this song is way too much. Let me turn this off. Let me put on a different one. Here, let me go to a different playlist. Which one did I play last night? I like that one. Was it this one? No, it was not that one. I think it was this one. Yeah. It was this one. Yeah, so, you know, we'll see what happens here. See if we get something. Here's the 1 minute. See, we might start slowing down here. I'm gonna delete this. Do have a gap that we should keep in mind right here. Yeah, like that's what I'm looking for is, you know, I want us to take out sell side, hit that CE down there on the daily. I mean, like, if you guys are really aggressive and you guys really think we're going to hit sell side down there, like, you could look for this inversion right here if you guys want to be super aggressive. It would be a pretty high R trade. I would go break even inside this gap. I mean, like, price is kind of messy. Like, it might just do this and then just pop back up and then hit your break even and then continue lower. So, but right now we are holding that gap. So, you know, we'll see what we get here. We'll see. Let's check the 2 minute out. 2 minute looks a little bit cleaner. Yeah, a little bit cleaner on the 2 minute. It's hidden. Can't really get into that gap. 5 minute. It's in the 5 minute gap right there. Inverse that one. Inverse this little mini gap right here. Inside that one. Let's see what this if this thing closes bullish, that would be pretty strong. We got 9 minutes left. Oh, by the way, guys, Apex did extend their 90%. So, you know, it's back to 90% off. You can use code GC Trading. Let's see if we inverse this. Let's see what ES is doing. Yeah, pretty much the same thing. Pretty much the same thing in ES. Changing the song. There we go. This is a good one, I think. It's pretty wicky right now. Price is very wicky. All right. All right. Oh. Wow. All right. You know, like, I don't want to sell at this, you know, right at this gap, because like, look at this. Like, this is obviously a lot of, you know, lots of buyers there. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really like that. Like, if this gap wasn't here, I'd probably look to get short, but this is a little bit tricky. This is tricky. Yeah, ES did the same thing. Yeah, I mean, like, look at that. That's nuts. Let's see what price does in this gap right there. If we inverse that, or probably pushing. Probably pushing if we inverse that. All right, guys. Let's look at the ATR. It's all right. It's all right. Last night was great. ATR was great last night. You know, that trade from last night over here. I mean, like, that was like a 70-point trade, guys. Yeah, so let's see if we inverse this gap right here. Let me know if the music is too loud, guys. Late news. I don't know. I don't know. So do you guys think we're going to go down and hit this, take out this sell side over here? You guys think we're going to take that out? Here's the 5-minute. That's what this looks like. So we did tap into this 5-minute gap right here. Right? I don't know, like, the way these wicks look, it's pretty weird. It's pretty weird. Robert says sell side get taken. Yep. There we go, Robert. There we go. Whoa, look at that gap. Is that just my chart, or is that gap actually there? Is that gap on everyone else's chart? So, like, sometimes my trading view will do that. It'll put in like a random gap, and I gotta refresh. But it's pretty messy right here. Oh, you guys know how last night I was talking about making fried rice? I'm gonna make fried rice tonight. I'm making fried rice. I'm gonna do it. I don't know if it'll be any good, but we'll see. Let's see, guys. Let's see. Yeah, like, look at these wicks. Like, what do these wicks mean right here? It's pretty weird, isn't it? It's pretty weird. Check the hourly. See what the hourly's doing. Yeah, I mean, like this, like there's no chance this thing's just gonna launch from here. Like I would be so shocked if this thing just launches like this. Like I feel like we're gonna kind of do this. I might take a quick scalp short if we get this closure here. I don't know yet. We'll see. No, not really. I don't like the buy sequence. I won't do it. I won't do it. Robert says he would like the next 15-minute candle to close below the 15-minute for belly gap for a scalp. Let's check out the 15 then. Close below the 15-minute. Okay, yes, you want to close right here for a lower. Okay. Okay. Okay, okay, Robert. Price is just kind of consolidating in this area right here. Let's see, are we going to inverse this? I like this for lower. I like this for lower, guys. I do. If we kind of if we start pushing higher past this, we're probably gonna go take this level out of here. But as long as we stay below that, I like it for lower. 333. That's pretty much like we're pretty much there. We're 2 points away. Yeah. So there's that inversion right there in that 1 minute. Let's check the 2. Let's check the 5. You know, like you could have tried to get short off this inversion with stop probably. I'll probably say right there. I would be break even right here, which it's kind of messy. So there's a good chance price would just go back and hit your break even and then continue lower. So like. You know, like I would like price to inverse this 1 minute gap. You know, because that's the area that we keep that keeps holding us is right there, there. So if we can inverse that with a nice sell sequence, then we'll probably look for lower here. Something like that, I would say. Like I don't want to put my stop way up there. I mean, like that would be the safest area if that's what you're going for. But I would probably just do something like that. Yeah, so just tap that like that's exactly. See, like if you were to get short there, what price do? Tap that CE or ripped off it, right? So I want price to inverse this fair value gap right here, and then we could probably look for short. That's what I want. Let's see if we can get it. Let's see if we can get price to break below that. Yeah, I do think we'll take out the sell side right here. Just got to be patient. Is that a 5 minute? There is a tiny little 5 minute gap. So, you know, we have our 1 minute gap drawn, but there is a 5 minute right here. So there is a 5 minute gap. I will leave that just so we kind of know where it is. I'll leave it like that. If possible, can you go over the 30% drawdown rule? Yeah. So there's an unrealized loss rule, right? So if you pretty much cannot, like for example, you pretty much cannot go down, like drawdown, like unrealized drawdown, 30% of your max drawdown. So like let's say your, you know, let's say your trailing drawdown, your max drawdown is 2,500, right? Well, 30% of that is $750. So like, let's say you're in a trade, right? You know, you never want to go down. Let me draw here. You never want to go down $750, right? You want to keep it above $750, less than that. All right, if you start going past 30% unrealized loss of your max drawdown, they'll probably flag you. So you probably, you know, they might not pay you out. And then same thing for the other way too. Like, you know, they just want to see you be consistent. Does it immediately update if you make profits? What do you mean? Like, let's say, like if you're in a trade, if you're in like a trade right here, and at any time you draw down 30% unrealized, like even if you don't close it down there, even if it hits that 30%, they're probably not going to pay you out. But I mean, like, you know, for example, I don't think you're risking, like, I don't think anyone should be risking like 30% of their account in a single trade. You know, like during evals, yeah, like, you know, go for it. But like once you're funded, like I don't think anyone is really gonna be risking 30%. But yeah, it's basically like, in short, your unrealized drawdown, you don't want to go down more than 30%. So as long as you do that, you're pretty solid. So all right, guys, let's see. Right here, we're just sitting on top of this 5 minute gap and this 1 minute gap. We want price to inverse it with a nice sell sequence. And that would get us, hopefully push us low here to sell side. So that's kind of what we're looking for right now. You know, don't really want to do anything right here inside this 15-minute gap. I want price to kind of get out of it. So I mean, these candles got horrendous. Like, they got horrible. Look at this. I mean, that's ridiculous. That's a 3-point candle right there. And a bunch of wicks. Like, come on. Come on. I'm not trading that. I'm not trading that. Is anyone in a trade right here? Is anyone long? Anyone short? My candles are showing a lot of volume imbalances. You have me double checking my charts. Does yours line up with mine? Is it the same? This is a 1 minute on NQ. I know, like, this looks like ES. It's so ugly. Like, well, ES looks like a robot, just like the way it kind of. Not at all. Really? Here, send a picture of your chart. Send a picture of your chart in the Discord, in the trading chat. ICT is in. He's short. Short to 20. Oh, short on 21,339. Okay. Very nice. I'm waiting for price to inverse these two gaps right here. This 5 minute and this 1 minute. If we get a nice sell sequence through it, I'll look for a sell side down here. Price, price likes to hold this area, so I want to see that inverse before I go short. Mod says short at 350. Target 21,300. 21,350. Okay, nice. Target 21,300. Yeah, that's it. So it looks like everyone likes that sell side down here. I'm just waiting for confirmation. My confirmation was a sell sequence through this gap, which we never got. So I would have done something like this if we would have got that inversion, but we never did. BE, yeah, smart. We're getting a strong buy sequence up. These two gaps right here were just too strong. Here, Robert, let's go see if you sent that in the chat. Not yet, Robert, not yet. 21.33 up is nice cup, yeah. Yeah. All right, pushing higher. Let's see. Let's check out ES real quick. Okay. All right. So yeah, we have this this 1 minute gap right here that we're looking at. Really strong buy sequence right here. Really strong buy sequence. I feel like we want to take out this sell side though. I feel like we're gonna take it out. We'll see though. Maybe we do just want to kind of rip up here. I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, no 15-minute gaps in here. 5-minute gap. That's a strong candle right there. Look at that. So this is a 5-minute gap. Let me draw that actually. It's better. So 5-minute gap. Let me turn this thing on real quick actually. Be easier to just spot them. Yeah, so there's a gap right there. Okay. 15 minute. Yeah, it's the only gap right there. All right. 1 minute. Okay. Cool. Yeah, I kind of like that now. It's a 2-minute gap. So like if we, you know, like we do have this gap right here. Like if we do inverse this, like I would like that. You know, taking out that high, tapping into that 5-minute gap. But then again, like, you know, you still have this area, which is the main. Like I want to see us inverse that. Like I don't want to short right into that area. You know, like if we, you know, we just took out that high, tapped into that 5-minute gap. If we get a strong sell sequence through this gap right here, then I'll probably get short for something like that, probably. So ES did not make highs. ES did not make highs right there. I do like how we immediately slammed right back down with the same type of force as on the way up. I do like that. You know, this 1 minute closes in 10 seconds pretty much. You know, that is an option right there, but I don't want to go into this. Like I would have to go break even pretty much right here. I don't really want to do that. Sent in trade and chat. Yeah, let me go take a look at that. Let me see. MNQ 1 minute. MNQ 1 minute. You want it? Yeah, I'm waiting for this inversion right here. Very interesting. You're on MNQ. You know, let me go look at MNQ. I mean, like, it looks pretty similar, you know? Like, MNQ is not as messy. MNQ is not as messy. Yeah, so that's what it is. MNQ is not messy. But then NQ is... Yeah. I mean, like I trade MNQ as well. I trade MNQ, but I look at the NQ chart. So yeah, so I want to see this continue through this right here. Then I want to see us just rip through the sell side right here. I'll do something like this. I'll probably like take some off there, go break even, and then like just run it to that sell side. I'm excited to make some fried rice, guys. I'm excited. Yo, this is so messy. This is so messy right here. But I do like how we took out, took that out, tapped in that 5-minute gap, and then flipped. I do like that. I do. We do have all this low resistance liquidity kind of up here, but I feel like we're going to hit sell side first. I feel like sell side's coming. could be completely wrong, but we'll see. Speed and delivery to the downside, equal lows, equal lows. Where are your equal lows on ES? I see them on equal on ES. Yeah, I mean, you know, like it's a, you know, I like the speed down here. I like it. I'm just waiting for this to inverse. MNQ relative equal low, I assume around 313-ish, 314-ish. Now we're ripping right back up. Ripping right back up. This, yeah, I mean, like this area, guys. This area right here, it's tough. It's tough, guys. It is tough. It is. You are correct, Benny. You know, it's basically, I'm gonna delete this. We don't even need this gap anymore. It's pretty much these two 5-minute gaps right here. This gap and this gap. We're just bouncing between them. Yo, guys, the Oilers are beating the Stars right now, 3-1 in the first period. 3 minutes left. So messy, guys. So messy. So messy. I mean, look at this 5-minute. Like, I don't even want to look at the... Okay, 15-minute doesn't look as bad right here. 5-minute looks bad. Yeah, I mean, I'm looking for lower here, guys. I'm looking for lower. Here, you want the magnet? Magnet usually never works for it. It does never work for me, but there we go. Magnet. 15 or 50% read. Yeah, I like it. If we can accelerate through this gap right here, I will be getting short. But I don't want it just to kind of like do this and like barely just like do that. Like I want to see like boom. All right, here. I got a question for the chat. I got a question for you guys. Do you guys I feel like a lot of you guys trade ICT concepts. So like I mean like even if you don't, right? Like do you like trading like reversals, kind of like market structure shift reversals after taking out highs and lows? Or do you like kind of like the continuation, like towards draw of liquidity? Trend? Benny likes trend. How about everyone else? What do you guys like? Robert says plays it safe, goes off continuation most of the time. Yeah, most of the time that's what I do too. most of the time. Todd says orb because I'm too scared to try the. Hey, orb, you know, orb's great. Orb's great. I don't know if you have seen, but I do have my own orb indicator. It's free, right here. So here, this is back here. So let's go over here. So right here, it draws your opening range right here. Very simple. And then it also draws fair value gaps right here, so you can kind of use those if you want. If you don't want to use the gaps, all you gotta do is turn them off, right? But it draws your opening range. Turn the gaps on if you want, just to kind of know where the gaps are. So like for example, right, gap right there. You can see we tap into the gap, continue, right? Take out. We probably take out something here. Yeah, take out kind of like this area. Inversion, boom, right? So like you can turn the gaps on if you want, but yeah, that indicator is free. The extra red line in the middle, it's here. I'll pull it back up. So it is it's orb midline. It's the midline of orb. So you know here. So here's your opening range right here, and then here I'll pull up the settings right here. It's your midline, and then I also have fib extension targets too. So I found that these are pretty good. So these black lines are fib extensions. So this is a 50% extension of the opening range, and then this right here is a 100% extension. And you can go in here, you can change those numbers too. So if you want like a 200 percent extension, you can do that as well, right? It'll change it, it'll expand it. But yeah, you can go and change the session. You can do whatever you want. So. What's the opening range? Yeah, I have it set to 15 minute. Yeah, first 15 minutes of market open. You know, I actually have a... If you go to my website, you guys can't see my whole screen right now, but I do have a footprint course over here. So there's a... Oh wait, yeah. So there's the footprint course. But I do have a orb trading course right here. So this is about a 30-minute video, and then here's the indicator right here. Here's my ICT course right here. Still working on all of these still, but yeah. So it's all free too. It's all free. It's just on the website. May have been an old link. Let's see. Yeah, probably. I kind of changed some stuff up. How long has this been falling? I don't have charts open. If you go to the daily, here, let's go to the 15-minute actually. So here's the 15-minute. So, you know, if you were on the stream last night, you knew that we were targeting. You know, here's our trade from last night. This one up here. So if you're on the stream last night, you knew that we were targeting this daily gap fill. So if you go back to the 15-minute, you can see we tapped, you know, we pretty much ticked the top of that gap and then just ripped down lower. So yeah, we've kind of been just ripping down from that, holding this area right here. You know, we're just going sideways right now, guys. We are just going sideways. It might be time for me to go make my fried rice pretty soon. You know, like, we just, you know, like, I wanted us to kind of get a sell sequence through these gaps, but we're just chopping. You know, we've been chopping for an hour. This entire stream, we've been here between these two gaps. I can guarantee you the second I log off, I don't know what it is, but for some reason the second I log off, price just rips like one way. So no, Benny, I trade New York. So if you look at the little art thing that I have down here, it says free live stream Monday through Friday at New York Open in Discord. So that's where I mainly do my trading is New York. New York AM. I stream New York AM in the Discord. It's all free. I trade PM too, especially when AM's bad. But yeah. Looking for your indicator is it on Tradeify. It is on Tradeify, yes. So the way you get it is pretty much just join the Discord. All you gotta do is join the Discord and then look for the free indicators channel like this, and then there's a link in there to get it. It's all free. You don't have to put in your email or anything. You know, honestly, like recently, I think PM has been better than AM recently. Like past week and a half, 2 weeks. At least for me. But delivery has been bad. Like last week, like delivery during AM last week was horrible, and then we would get a reversal during PM. So that's why I would think it would. That's why I think PM's cleaner. Yeah. Just like chop during AM, and then it would chop one way. Like it would kind of like do this. Like this is what I would see. Like whatever price, like let's say this was last week, just something like this, just super messy, and then just boom, right? During PM, it'll just kind of like reverse. So, but yeah, I mean like generally overall, like I like AM better. You know, just kind of recently, I feel like PM has been just a tad bit better in most days, but AM, yeah, AM is, yeah, it is. Nice, Todd. Nice. Yeah, AM's always been my bread and butter. I've had a little bit of a tough time recently, past like 2 weeks, but it's always like that's what I like. So, you know, I'm surprised Apex extended their 90% off sale. Oh, look at that! Look at that! All right, I added one right there. I know this is super. I only have 2 micros in right now. If we do pull back, then I'll add more. But I'm looking for that sell side. Boom. All right. Okay. All right. Very, very nice. Very nice. Yo. Guys. What? I just caught about 60 points right there. What? All right. What was my entry? 312.25. This was my entry. All right, so my plan for this that was crazy. Did anyone else catch it? Yeah, the magnet, guys. The magnet worked. All right, so let me kind of walk you guys through what just happened there. So we started seeing this break, right? And I saw there was like 9 seconds left on until this candle closed. I was like, okay, I'm gonna add 2 right here. And then if we pull back, then I'll get kind of full sized as we kind of come back up here. So I had 2 micros in there. And then, you know, I was gonna take profit just kind of like just right here. You know, but I ended up getting out at, let me see. I mean, it like the candle teleported down. I got out at 276.25. So I got out right here for 36 points. 36 points. Okay. It's a lot more than what I thought it would have been, but okay. I'll take it. I will take it. And look, price pulled right back up. All right, okay, so now what do we do? Now we took out sell side, tap the CE. Are we going higher now? Are we like if we inverse this 1 minute gap, like do we go long? All right? Like do we go long off this if we get it now? Cuz that's what we wanted. We wanted price to tap that and then rip. Let me check the 5 minute real quick. Like I would want a market structure shift. So I would want price to continue past this. I would look for this inversion right here. I would look for price to inverse this gap right here. Like this would be a little bit too early for me. It's got to inverse this. Are we in a high time frame bull flag? I mean bull flags. It's the legs kind of upside down. So if you break 357, does that line? Oh hey yeah. That's the 5 minute gap that I got on here. This one right here. Yeah. The 1 candle is the Venom model. Really? Okay. Yeah, I'll have to look into that Venom model, guys. That was very unexpected trade, guys. That was a very unexpected trade. I mean, it was something like this. My stop was my stop would have been this right here. Like I did not have time to put in my stop or anything, but it would have been right there. And then I was kind of looking for, I don't know where I think it was like that area. You know, I was wanting it to pull back so I can kind of add more because I only had 2 micros. And then by the time I could close it, it was down here at 276. That was crazy, but like that's what I've noticed with Asia though. Like that's what Asia does is like it'll just kind of Mod says done for the day. Yeah, I'm done for the night too. Unless if we get like a super nice buy sequence inversing that 5 minute, but other than that. But yeah, like that's what Asia does is like it'll kind of just hold off for like an hour and then finally just like teleports. All right, so never inverse. We did not even inverse that gap. Pulled back up here. You know, like if you guys do want to get short back down through, well, I don't want to, not financial advice, so no, never mind. This right here, you know, we do have this 1 minute gap right here. If we inverse that, probably could look for this wick maybe. I don't know. But I'm done. Nice mods, very nice. But yeah, you know, I'll probably hop off. I'll probably go make some fried rice. So, you know, thanks for watching, guys. Apex is 90% off still. They extended it, so you can use code GC Trading if you buy any accounts. Also, Take Profit Trader, you can use code GC Trading. Funded Futures Network, you can, you know, use GC Trading for pretty much all those prop firms. So thank you, Benny. Yeah, thanks. Hopefully it's good. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I'll be live tomorrow morning in the Discord for free. So if you want to join that, just go ahead. Link is in the description below. I will, Robert. I will. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Let me know if you have any questions.